am completely done with Jackie Christie.
My heart is broken that Shaunie is standing here having the audacity to tell me she thinks we're friends.
All right, y'all. Let's get into this because something about this situation just doesn't sit right. We're talking about Jackie Christie and Doe Christie, the couple who, for years, were seen as the strong, unshakable NBA pair. They were the ones people pointed to when talking about lasting relationships in the spotlight. Jackie and Doe seemed rock solid. Every year, they'd renew their vows like clockwork. Jackie always made it clear she was devoted to her man. But now, out of nowhere, there's talk of a massive divorce settlement worth $300 million. And we gotta ask, where is that number even coming from? Doe had a respectable basketball career, sure. But let's not act like he was earning what legends like LeBron James or Kobe Bryant were pulling in. Doe wasn't a household name in the league, and his career earnings didn't come close to that kind of wealth. So if a $300 million figure is floating around, something's off. Either Jackie has been hiding some major money moves all this time, or someone's pumping up those numbers to stir the pot. But here's what really makes this situation even messier. Shaunie O'Neal has jumped into the conversation. And if you know anything about Shaunie, you already know she doesn't speak up unless it's serious. She's been around NBA players and their wives for decades. She's seen all kinds of relationships, real ones, fake ones, staged for TV ones. So if she's throwing her 2 cents in, that's a red flag that something bigger is going on behind the scenes. We've got to break everything down. Jackie and Doe's relationship, Shaunie's involvement, and whether this $300 million figure even makes the slightest bit of sense. If you followed Jackie Christie over the years, especially on Basketball Wives, you already know how she's always portrayed herself as the ultimate wife. Her love for Doe was intense. She did the annual vow renewals, set strict boundaries with women around him, and constantly spoke about how much she valued their relationship.
I just want people to give who they really are. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it 100. Don't morph into somebody that you're not all of a sudden because you want, views and likes. Don't do that. Because who was you last year this time? You know what I mean? I just feel like I don't like that. So, and as y'all can see, gonna be me.
At first, people admired it. They thought she was deeply in love. But after a while, folks started asking, was this real love or was it control? There have always been whispers that Doe couldn't even speak to a female reporter without Jackie being nearby, watching closely. Other wives of NBA players admitted they felt uncomfortable around the couple. Jackie always had to be in the mix. She was involved in every detail of Doe's life, from who he interacted with to how he handled his business. And when it came to money, Jackie was the one handling it all. She oversaw their finances and made sure everything was accounted for. Some people thought she was just being smart, making sure their money was secure. But now that divorce is on the table, those same actions are being questioned. Was Doe really happy all these years? Or was he quietly enduring, waiting for the right moment to walk away? Doe has never been one to speak much about their marriage. He played basketball, kept a low profile, and let Jackie take the spotlight. And while that may have seemed like he was just chill and supportive, what if it was actually the opposite? Maybe Doe didn't feel like he could speak up. Maybe he was under such tight control that he stayed quiet to avoid conflict. If Jackie's grip on the relationship was more about control than love, this divorce might not be about money at all. It might be about Doe finally reclaiming his life. Shaunie O'Neal getting involved changes everything. She's not the type to stir drama without a reason. Shaunie knows the ins and outs of the NBA world better than most. She's seen people pretend to be happy for the cameras while falling apart in real life. She's witnessed couples hiding big secrets to protect their image. So why would she suddenly speak out about Jackie and Doe? Word is, Shaunie has receipts. Rumors are flying that she's been sitting on information for years about Doe being unhappy, but staying in the marriage because Jackie had that much influence over him. Some sources even say Shaunie testified or made statements in court about the control Jackie had in the relationship. And the biggest bombshell? Shaunie might know what's in their prenup. If that's true, this entire $300 million story might be smoke and mirrors. Let's take a closer look at the financials. Doe Christie's career earnings in the NBA are estimated to be around $25 million. That's nothing to scoff at, but it's miles away from hundreds of millions. Unless Doe made secret investments or owned some hidden businesses, the numbers don't match. As for Jackie, she's had her own hustle. She's done reality TV, dipped into real estate, dabbled in fashion, and written a few books. But even adding all that together, her income hasn't reached that level. Reliable reports estimate their combined net worth to be somewhere between $10 to $15 million. So where's this mysterious $300 million coming from? Some believe Jackie's team could be leaking inflated figures to the media to make her look more victorious. Others say Jackie may have stashed away assets in her name. But if they had a prenup and it laid out clear rules for what happens in a split, then Jackie wouldn't be walking away with a payday larger than NB, a legends like Michael Jordan, whose divorce reportedly cost him around $168 million. Here's where things get even more interesting. Jackie, who's always been front and center during drama, is now quiet, silent, not saying a word. That's unusual for her. She's spent years building a reputation as someone who owns the spotlight, especially when there's controversy. So why go quiet now? Some think she's strategically laying low. Jackie knows how to turn problems into profit. Over the years, she's turned arguments, feuds, and even personal issues into content. Books, speaking gigs, reality shows, you name it. She's found a way to benefit from the chaos. She might be waiting for the perfect time to reappear, possibly with a bombshell interview or exclusive TV appearance. There's talk that she could spin this divorce into a new reality series centered on her single woman glow up, or release a book about heartbreak, healing, and strength. She could even launch a podcast or brand based on empowerment after divorce. Jackie's silence might not be about pain. It could be part of a plan. Now, let's talk about Doe. While Jackie might be getting ready to flip this into a brand, Doe has remained low-key. But silence doesn't mean surrender. In fact, it could mean he's preparing to push back hard. If Jackie's aiming for a huge payout, Doe might be working behind the scenes to stop that from happening. He knows what he earned. He knows what was spent. And if there's a prenup involved, he might be gearing up to fight for what's legally his. Let's not forget, Doe spent years letting Jackie take the lead. But just because he was quiet doesn't mean he was weak. He could have just been biding his time, collecting information, waiting for the right moment to take control of his own narrative. So what happens next? First, we have to wait for the official court documents to be released. That's when we'll really find out if this $300 million number is real or just hype. Until then, everything we're hearing could be exaggerated or completely off base. Second, don't count Doe out. Just because he hasn't said anything doesn't mean he's going to let Jackie walk away with everything. If he feels taken advantage of, we could see a messy legal battle ahead. Third, keep an eye on Shaunie O'Neal. If she really knows what's in that prenup, and if she's been sharing private details, there could be even more tea on the way. Shaunie rarely gets involved in messy business, unless there's something real going down. This isn't just another celebrity breakup. Jackie and Doe have always portrayed themselves as the perfect couple. But now, that image is falling apart, and it's dragging in major players from the reality TV and NBA world. So here's the question, who's really winning here? Is Jackie about to flip this divorce into the biggest opportunity of her career? Or is Doe finally stepping up to take control and make sure the truth comes out? Either way, this drama is far from over. And once those real numbers are made public, we're going to find out just how much of what we've heard is true and how much has been smoke and mirrors. Let us know in the comments who you think is really in control of this situation. Is Jackie getting ready to turn heartbreak into a brand? Or is Doe about to shock everyone by flipping the script? Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell because trust me, this story is just getting started.